everyone. It's the beginning of a new week, and look at this beautiful day God has given us here in beautiful Oro Valley, Arizona. I have a few things I'm making today, and it's going to be a real quick, short video, so follow me into the kitchen and see what's up. Okay, first of all, this is the coleslaw that my friend in Maine, Jerry Butler, has been wanting me to make and post. And because it takes a lot of time to cut everything up, what I decided to do was do it ahead of time and then just explain to you how to put it together, Jerry and anybody else who's interested. My dad was a great cook. He and my mom had a restaurant in Augusta, Maine for 16 years. And my dad was best known for his coleslaw. And I'm telling you, you've never had anything like it. It's fantastic. It took me, he always threw things together. He never measured things. So I never knew how to make it. And I tried and tried. After he passed away in 1998, I tried really hard to duplicate his coleslaw. And it was a fail every single time. It took me 15 years to get this right and figure out what I was doing wrong. So the things I'm going to tell you are really key to this coming out the way that it's supposed to, okay? First of all, if you're feeding a crowd, you want 1 head of cabbage, green cabbage. You want 1 medium onion and 1 carrot. Now what I do is, as you can see with the carrots, I take my potato peeler and I don't do like the whole long length of the carrot. What I do is just hold it and at the bottom try to get pieces, about like that big. Onion, slice it as thin as you can. With your cabbage, what you want to do is you want to cut that cabbage in half, and then each half you want to cut in half again. Lay it on the core side, and with your knife, get your slices as thin as you can, okay? Not too thick. All right, so this is only half of that recipe, but the dressing itself is the big key. You want 1 3/4 cups of sugar, 1 cup of real mayonnaise, and 1/2 cup of white vinegar, okay? You're gonna stir that all together. Now here's the key. This is what makes all the difference. This could take you about a half an hour of constant stirring, because when it's ready, when this dressing is ready, there should be no sugar, no graininess in it at all. If you keep testing it with your spoon or finger or whatever, if you get any graininess in that, you need to keep stirring. And sometimes, I've stirred before up to 45 minutes. Just sat on the sofa watching TV and stirring. But I'll tell you, it is fantastic. It's sweet. And it's just the best coleslaw I've ever had. And in fact, when Dad and my mom had the restaurant, it was a seafood restaurant, but they had a counter and they sold fish, outside from the tank, and they had a takeout window and a counter and a dining room. And my parents both worked super hard, and Dad said that when he, left the restaurant business, he was never cooking another thing. And for many years he didn't, but then every now and then I could convince him if I was gonna bake beans, he would agree to make the coleslaw until his arthritis got so bad that he couldn't anymore. But anyway, so that's how you make the coleslaw. And we're having it tonight. And speaking of beans, we're also having beans. What I did, I don't need to read anything, I've done this so many times, is I finally found navy beans at the store. So I bought 2 bags of 1 pound each. And since it's just the 2 of us, I only used half of a 1 pound bag for this recipe. And what I did was I soaked them overnight, and you always want to soak your beans because otherwise they're going to be hard. Then I added 6 pieces, you can see the size, well, let me see if you can, yeah, about like this. Between 6 and 8 pieces of salt pork, sliced salt pork, I cut that up. And then I put a whole onion and I chopped that. And I added a cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of ketchup. salt and pepper. and then I put it on low all night, and it's still on warm today, so they'll be ready very shortly, okay? So that's how we do that. Now the other thing that we're gonna have with this meal tonight is kielbasa. We can't get the natural casing hot dogs here in Arizona, so we don't eat them because that's the only kind I like. But we're having kielbasa, and to this, I just cut it up. It's gonna go in the oven on 350 degrees for about 40 minutes. Now I wanna tell you about this barbecue sauce too. Because of the time it takes to make it, I didn't wanna, spend the whole video doing that. So I'm just gonna tell you how to make it, and I'll tell you it's fantastic. We use it on just about everything that we grill. Tried a lot of homemade barbecue sauces in the past, but that one's definitely a winner. So this one, what you're gonna wanna do is you put 1 cup of ketchup, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of apple juice, 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 2 diced Gala apples, 1/2 cup of applesauce, and 1/2 teaspoon of smoked, it's gotta be smoked, paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger, kosher salt, and then you're gonna cook it on top of the stove on medium until it's soft enough to put in the food processor, because then you're gonna puree it, take it out, and I keep mine in these mason jars. And usually that particular recipe, it will make 2 of these. They're pints. And it lasts a while, so if you feel like doing something like that, it's really delicious, okay? So that's pretty much it for today. That's what we're having tonight for dinner. Not a traditional Maine Saturday night baked bean. It's Monday in Oro Valley, but I just felt like making it, so that's what I made. And if you have time tomorrow, check in, because I'm going to be making a delicious chicken cordon bleu casserole for dinner tomorrow night. And I'll tell you how to do that from the very beginning. I'll show you how to do it, the whole recipe and the ingredients and the whole thing. Okay? Thanks for checking in. Hope you're all having a really good day. And wherever you are, especially my Maine friends, thank you all for all the Easter wishes yesterday. I mean, I can't even tell you. There's like 38 private messages. It was awesome. And hope you all had a great day and a good week, and think positive thoughts. And I will see you tomorrow right here. Bye. Have a great day. Shit. Don't say that on there. Oh my God.
It's still going.